two people can see the same symbol and receive completely different messages. A butterfly may represent transformation to one person. To another, it may represent a grandmother who loved butterflies. A key may symbolize opportunity, or it might remind someone of the day they moved into their first home. Spirit speaks in symbols, but spirit also speaks through experience. That means no book, website, or dictionary can fully define what a symbol means for you. Over time, your life creates its own symbolic language. Dreams repeat certain themes, animals appear during specific periods, particular songs, flowers, places, and even weather patterns begin showing up when certain lessons are unfolding. In today's Mystical Minds, we're exploring how to create your own personal symbol dictionary and why learning your symbolic language can deepen intuition, strengthen divination, and build confidence in your spiritual experiences. Because symbols are not only messages, they become a map. And learning your map changes how you navigate your life. Hey, everybody, I'd like to welcome you to the Mystical Minds podcast. I'm your host, Allie Thies. I'm the creator of Out of Body Ecstasy and Soulful Connections with over 40 years of experience as a psychic, energy worker, and soul connection specialist. Over the years, I've written 9 books with the constant cravings of soulful connections, Satisfy the Unshakable Power of Soulmates and Twin Flames is out now. I've been walking the mystical path since childhood, and now I help reconnect others with their true selves through intuitive readings, soul work, the Soul Connections Academy, which I am still working on, and the safe, sacred space of the Mystical Minds community. This podcast is your invitation to explore the magical, metaphysical, and the wildly mysterious side of life. From energy healing to spirit guides, soulmates to sacred rituals, nothing is off limits here. So grab your tea, light a candle, and let's dive into this mystery together. Oh, I've unfortunately had a pretty rough day today. Um, One of my cats died last night. Ziva David, I named her after the assassin on NCIS, and she was a little spitfire. Her nickname was Wee One because she was the smallest cat in the house. She had a massive stroke yesterday, only 9 years old, and died right after I got her to the emergency vet. So, of course, they still have to charge me, right? Yeah. A fortune for a deceased animal. And it makes me very sad because although she was a little ninja warrior with those um, claws of hers, she was a pretty fierce individual cat. And yeah, we're going to miss her. Her mom has been looking for her since last night. And since she knows I'm the last one that had her, Ziva, she won't come anywhere near me. And anytime I go close to her, she hisses at me. So it's going to take a little bit of time for some healing around here. I allowed myself 2 days to be really sad, which was yesterday and today. And even though I will still cry about whomever has passed, I can't, I don't allow myself to be sad consistently over it. But I'm still in my 2 days, so I'm allowed to be sad today. So now I'm down to 10 cats and still 1 dog, Karma Camellia, as I call her. Still holding strong at 13, but unfortunately she's at the upper edge of her age. So we'll have to see about her. Now, I am still working on the Soulful Connections Academy. It's taken me longer than I thought because of personal stuff that's going on between animals and aging parents. But I promise it is getting there because, of course, my book, Constant Cravings of Soulful Connections, is out at Amazon. We have a paperback version and a Kindle version. If you pick it up, please leave a review. Hopefully it'll be a good one. No one's left a review yet. I'm kind of worried that they don't like it. I hope they do like it. I hope you like it. It's 23 years of research and experience I put into that book. So Anyways, let us move on with the card of the week. Now, it doesn't matter if you listen to this card of the week today or 5 years from now. This card is for you for this week. And I'm still using the Work Your Light Oracle cards by Rebecca Campbell. So let us see what our card is for the week. All right. Zena Louina, you're going to have to move, baby. Oops, I gotta put the cards out. Hold on, honey. Zena, you will find her frequently here on the podcast. And if you're part of my Mystical Minds paid group, you will see her in Coffee with Allie every week. She's always nearby, this one. All right. So the card this week, let us see. Dun, 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 dun. How about this one? Here we go. Oh, Soul Family. Call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone, which is something my book points out. We have thousands of soul connections for eternity. There are a lot of souls we're connected to. We don't give them a second thought, really. We don't tune in because they seem like they're minor connections, but there's no such thing as a minor connection. Whether you meet somebody and they just briefly are part of your day for maybe a couple of minutes, maybe an hour or two, or if they're long term, every soul connection has a reason for coming into your life and they're important. All right. So with the soul family here, it's telling you, hey, you're not alone. Call in your tribe, call in your peeps, and they will be with you along the path for this week. All right. And they're around you forever. It's just you have to tune into them intentionally. That's the word I'm looking for. All right. Okay. Not a bad card for the week. I will keep it. Now, the mystical item of the week is Merlinite, and it's also known as a dendritic opal. Merlinite is often associated with shamans, mystics, and those who walk between the ordinary and the unseen. Its black and white patterns remind us that wisdom often emerges through contrast, reflection, and recognition of connections that were previously overlooked. What's the matter, Charlie? Why are you crying? Oh, I can't do with any more cats crying. What's the matter, Char Char? Huh? What's the matter, babies? Please tell me you're okay. You're probably looking for Ziva too, aren't you, honey? Charlie was Ziva's boyfriend. Ah, crapola. Sorry, baby, she's not here. Ah, crap. Okay. Um, where was I? Energetically, Merlinite supports noticing synchronicities, recognizing symbolic language, strengthening intuitive perception, and bringing conscious awareness with deeper insight, plus trusting personal spiritual experiences. This stone feels especially aligned with creating a personal symbol dictionary because symbols rarely arrive as isolated events. They repeat, they weave themselves into dreams, they appear during important events and decisions. They show up in readings, conversations, books, ordinary moments. And if you have any Merlinite, please keep it nearby this week while journaling, reflecting on recurring signs, or reviewing old dreams and readings. Allow it to serve as a reminder that spirit often communicates through patterns. And sometimes the most meaningful symbols are the ones that have been quietly accompanying us for years, waiting for us to finally recognize their language. Now, the monthly theme for June is divination and symbolic language. And today's topic is creating your personal symbol dictionary. Now, I'm not sure where I'm going to put it yet, but there should be, if you go to Mystical Mind, I'll put it Mystical Minds. If you go to Mystical Minds, I'm going to upload a journal created that will help you keep track of your symbols. It's free for everybody. It doesn't matter if you're a member of Mystical Minds or not. It's yours. You just need to go to the link, mysticalminds.co, and you'll see it there. Okay. Or I haven't done it yet, but you could look at the, hopefully I put it in a link below in the show's notes. But who knows if I'm going to remember. So, mysticalminds.co, you'll find it. So, why personal symbols? Why do they matter? Well, many spiritual books offer definitions, and I've listed some of those resources there in the show's notes. Butterflies mean transformation, keys mean opportunity, snakes mean healing. These interpretations can be helpful, but they're only starting points. Spirit communicates through relationship, and relationships are personal. If your grandfather collected keys, then a key may carry an entirely different message for you. If roses remind you of a difficult loss, then their meaning shifts. This is why personal symbolism matters. Traditional meanings provide context, but personal experiences provide depth. The most accurate interpretation often includes both. Learning your symbols creates precision and it transforms generic guidance into something uniquely meaningful. Spirit, well, tends to repeat itself. They give us the same animals, songs, dreams, themes. In fact, for some reason, and I haven't figured out what the meaning is yet, but Tony Orlando and Dawn tie a yellow ribbon around the old oak tree. That song keeps popping up into my head. I don't know why. I haven't thought of it since the 70s, but I've written it down trying to figure out where this fits into my life. But yeah, it just keeps popping up. At first, these repetitions may feel random, and they do, but over time, patterns emerge. I haven't figured out mine yet. Perhaps every major career decision coincides with the sighting of hawks. Perhaps maybe butterflies appear before emotional breakthroughs. Perhaps clock displaying 1111 show up whenever you're moving toward alignment. Patterns become visible through observation, not through force. Not through searching, simply through paying attention. And once you recognize repetition, meaning begins to organize itself. And I'll let you guys know when I figure out what Tony Orlando and Dawn and the yellow ribbon around the oak tree means. I believe when it came out in the 70s, it was about the Vietnam War, and the yellow ribbons were about either military personnel who were deployed or military personnel who were deployed and or missing or dead. And I honestly can't remember. But anyways, so building your dictionary. And again, there's a dictionary/journal at mysticalminds.co, free for anybody. So a personal symbol dictionary does not need to be complicated. You can create some sections: animals, dreams, numbers, tarot cards, weather, songs, objects, and then start recording the symbol, the dates. You could put in what's happening in your life, how you felt, and eventually you're going to figure out how things unfold. The more information you collect, the more reliable your interpretations become. You stop guessing, you remember, and your memory strengthens intuition. So, one of the fascinating things about symbols is that they do evolve. A symbol that represented loss 10 years ago can represent healing today. A place that once felt heavy later may feel peaceful. Our symbolic language grows alongside us. Sorry, I had a cat distract me. This is why revisiting old journal entries can be so enlightening. You may discover that Spirit has been communicating with you in the same way for decades. The symbols remain, your understanding expands, growth deepens interpretation. At some point, an intuitive person may ask themselves, what if I'm making all this up? That's a natural question. Yet trust develops the same way any relationship develops, with consistency, observation, and experience. If a symbol repeatedly appears and consistently aligns with certain themes in your life, trust it. You don't need external validation for every message. Your experiences matter, and so do the observations. Spirit's not trying to confuse you. It is trying to communicate with you in a language you already understand. The more you honor that language, the more fluent you become. So, your soul work for the week is working on your symbol dictionary. You'll find the soul work below in the show's notes. And again, I've got a journal at mysticalminds.co. All right? So, Spirit rarely invents an entirely new language. It tends to speak through what is already meaningful to us. The bird we loved as a child, the flower from our grandmother's garden, the card that appears every time we're ready for change. This month in Mystical Minds, we've been learning how spirit communicates. Tarot, images, symbols, synchronicities, and now we're talking about symbols yet again, woven through our lives. Next week, we'll conclude June by exploring trusting your interpretation and how confidence grows when intuition, observation, and experience begin working together. Until then, pay attention to what repeats, record what resonates, trust what returns, and remember, Spirit may be speaking a language only you were meant to understand. And that's a wrap here on Mystical Minds. I hope it sparks something inside of you, a memory, a knowing, a nudge from your soul. Don't forget your soul work for the week. You'll find it under resources for episode. And if you loved what we explored today, please don't keep it to yourself. Share this episode with someone who needs a little magic in their life. And if you're craving more, join the Mystical Minds group, a safe, sacred space to explore your spiritual gifts, trust your intuition, and grow as a soul. You'll find support, community, and people who understand the mystical path. And again, if soulmates, twin flame, etc., are something that you enjoy, go to the page twinflamesoulmate.com. For the Soulful Connections Academy, enter your email address and you'll be notified when I go live. But also there, I've put 3 different soul connection readings that you can get right now if you wish. All right. Okay, guys, until next time, stay grounded, stay curious, and remember, endless possibilities, infinite you.